In a world where economic headlines are often dominated by crises and contractions, something extraordinary is quietly unfolding in Ghana. A powerful narrative of hope, resurgence, and visionary leadership is emerging, one that could soon redefine Ghana's place on the global economic map. Before we dive deeper into today's update, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support is key to helping us grow and reach more viewers like you. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on exciting updates. It is a story centered around a man many know well, former President John Dramani Mahama, and his renewed vision for Ghana through what is now widely known as the Reset Agenda, a bold and transformative economic recovery blueprint that is already yielding results many would have deemed impossible just a few months ago. And at the heart of this resurgence is not just policy, it's trust, it's confidence. It's the belief of powerful global players who are putting their money, quite literally, where their faith lies. None more notable than Bill Gates himself. Yes, you heard that right. In what is being described as an astonishing vote of confidence, tech magnate and philanthropist Bill Gates has reportedly announced a $20 billion support contribution to Ghana. That figure, 20 billion, represents around 10% of Gates's entire personal fortune, which he only recently pledged to give away in its entirety to meaningful causes over the next 2 decades. This is not just generosity. This is a resounding statement, a statement that signals to the world that Ghana is no longer just an emerging market. It is now a magnet for transformational investment. But this didn't happen overnight, and it surely didn't happen by chance. According to Dr. Spio-Garbrah, a respected Ghanaian statesman, diplomat, and former Minister of Education, this extraordinary moment in Ghana's history is the result of deliberate, credible, and visionary leadership. He calls it the dawn of a new golden age for Ghana, one built on integrity, competence, and a sharp focus on economic and financial recovery. Central to this recovery is President Mahama's Reset Agenda, a focused strategy aimed at rejuvenating Ghana's economy, stabilizing its finances, and restoring hope for millions of citizens. Among its most significant components is the establishment of the Ghana Gold Board, a national institution designed to formalize and capitalize on the country's vast gold resources. Ghana is Africa's top gold producer, and yet, for far too long, the wealth beneath its soil has not translated into sustainable prosperity for its people. But now, that seems poised to change. According to Dr. Spio-Garbrah, the establishment of the Ghana Gold Board is not just an economic policy move. It is symbolic of a larger national awakening. An awakening that is finally seeing Ghana claim its rightful place in the 21st century global economy. And the timing could not be more perfect. The world is watching. Investors are paying attention. In addition to the $20 billion Gates commitment, another staggering sum, $1 billion, has reportedly been mobilized by Hon Sam George, a member of parliament, from a group of Middle Eastern investors. This is more than a financial boost. This is an endorsement, a loud and clear declaration that Ghana is open for business, and not just any business, but serious, long-term, sustainable development. Dr. Spio-Garbrah believes this remarkable investor confidence is the result of what he calls an integrity dividend, a concept that goes beyond the usual democracy dividend Ghana has earned over the years through peaceful transfers of political power. He says this new wave of global support recognizes the honesty, transparency, and moral leadership being exercised by President Mahama and his government. In just 6 months since President Mahama assumed office again in January 2025, global perception has shifted dramatically. From being viewed as a struggling economy burdened by external debt and inflation, Ghana is now being recognized as a rising African powerhouse. The narrative is changing, and fast. And this shift is not just taking place in boardrooms or investment circles. It is being felt in international gatherings, conferences, and forums where Africa's future is being actively shaped. One such event was the Pan-African Healthcare Conference and Expo recently held in Cairo, Egypt. The conference, opened by Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, brought together over 5,000 delegates and exhibitors from across the continent and beyond. And among the distinguished voices that captured attention at this event was none other than Dr. Spio-Garbrah. Representing the Africa Education Trust Fund, he delivered a keynote address that left a powerful impression on delegates. He spoke passionately about the role artificial intelligence can play in addressing Africa's persistent healthcare skills gap. As always, Dr. Spio-Garbrah's insights bridged policy and technology, showcasing the practical pathways through which African nations can leapfrog traditional barriers and deliver better healthcare outcomes for their people. It's worth noting that the Africa Education Trust Fund, chaired by Dr. Spio-Garbrah, is itself a trailblazing initiative from the African private sector. With a mission to tackle some of the most entrenched challenges facing education systems across the continent, the AETF is fast becoming a thought leader and catalyst for change. And its roots, in many ways, trace back to the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund, which Dr. Spio-Garbrah helped establish in the year 2000. Today, GET Fund remains one of Ghana's most important educational financing institutions, a living testament to visionary policy at work. But the AETF isn't stopping there. As Ghana surges ahead into this so-called new golden age, the Trust Fund has announced plans to host an Africa AI conference in Accra in early November 2025. The conference is expected to gather top minds in tech, policy, health, and education to craft a roadmap for how artificial intelligence can accelerate Africa's development across sectors. This is no longer just talk. This is action. This is leadership. And once again, Ghana is taking center stage. From the reset agenda to landmark investments, from healthcare innovation to education reform, the signs are all pointing in one direction: up. Ghana is not just bouncing back, it is reinventing itself. With a growing recognition of integrity-based governance, strategic policy reforms, and high-profile international endorsements, the country is charting a new path forward, one that the rest of Africa, and indeed the world, would do well to observe. The involvement of figures like Bill Gates in Ghana's development narrative is not only symbolic, it is catalytic. It's the kind of development that can trigger ripple effects across sectors, boosting job creation, improving healthcare delivery, reforming education, and increasing investor confidence tenfold. When an individual of Gates's stature commits such a significant portion of his wealth to a single country, it sends a signal to philanthropists, corporations, and governments across the globe that Ghana is a country where real impact is not only possible, but probable. Of course, none of this should be mistaken for the end of the road. The journey ahead will still demand careful navigation. There will be challenges, but what has changed is the momentum, the belief. The wind is now at Ghana's back. And with continued focus on good governance, transparency, and strategic partnerships, the future is not only bright, it is golden. So, as we watch these developments unfold, from the reset agenda's bold reforms to billion-dollar investments to AI-powered healthcare innovations, we are reminded that Ghana's story is still being written. And for now, it's shaping up to be one of the most inspiring chapters in Africa's modern history. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning.
If today is your first time watching this channel or you are returning to this channel for the exciting content, please subscribe to the channel for more educative and developmental projects across Ghana and Africa as a whole. Do you want to know about the state of a project in Africa? Then make sure to like and comment the name of the project you would like us to talk about and its current state.